and so forth. I mean, she's definitely going to be pardoned, and we already kind of know, her testimony is going to be a wash for Trump, and maybe that will be enough for the Trump supporters. I mean, because they want to be in denial anyway. So that's all.
And it's so crazy that you said that though, Dr. Goddess, because it seems like the lawyer is saying all of these things to set it up so that when she is pardoned, it'll kind of soften the blow. Like
exactly.
It's like she was treated unfairly. They promised not to indict none of the co-conspirators. Like, first of all, what the fuck do the government be doing? Not prosecuting co-conspirators to a sex ring is crazy. That is beyond insane. Like, y'all are really okay with people being able to testify against someone else, get away with the crime that person committed. So that is something this shit gotta stop.
I don't agree that's what, I mean, I know that's what they are trying to do, but I'm not convinced that that's gonna happen.
It might not happen, but if it does, though, it's the softening of the blow. You know what I mean? Like, if she does get out, they're going to basically say, well, she wasn't supposed to be in here anyway. You heard what the lawyer said. They said that, they treated her unfairly. They said that they wasn't going to prosecute none of his co-conspirators. They said all of that. Even though we seen the documentaries and all of that, they still going to try to do it to soften the blow. Like, if she get out, that should be, like, cause for concern. But I don't know if MAGA's going to take it like that.
Because she's not telling them nothing that she didn't know before she got convicted, and she wouldn't tell it before. To tell it for a deal, I don't know.
I mean, because she got 20 years. I mean, she's... Okay.
No, that's okay.
They asked Trump today if he's going to pardon her, and he said, I'm allowed to, but I haven't thought about it. He literally said, I'm allowed to.
You know what I'm saying? Like...
I'm allowed to? That's probably why they were asking the question.
I thought
they asked if you weren't allowed to. Wow. Freudian slip?
If you're against child trafficking, but you're going to pardon one of the most infamous sex trafficking individuals, it wasn't just Jeffrey, it was her, like everybody knows, and you're going to say, okay, well, let's pardon her. This is disgusting and sick.
Well, you're also rumored to be a part of it, because, they won't release files, so we won't know, but you're also rumored to be a co-conspirator yourself as the president, and you're going to pardon. That shit this is beyond scandal. This is some other type of shit.
So can I jump in on that real quick? So what I think people need to start saying, people need to start understanding that this support for Donald Trump, we need to have an honest conversation and say what it is. You don't care about the economy, you don't care about the deep state, you don't care about the Epstein files. What you care about is white supremacy. For all these supporters of Donald Trump, it's just about keeping the country white at this point. Because all the things that they say they care about, they cared about Pizzagate. They cared about finding Bill Clinton. With all the stuff that's coming out on Donald Trump, they know there's videos that he was hanging with Epstein. Epstein, out of his own admission, said they were BFFs for 10 years. I think Trump gave it 15 years. The stuff on Howard Stern where he talks about a 12-year-old Paris Hilton and being floored when she came into the room. What y'all just played about a 17-year-old Lindsay Lohan. The stuff he said about his own daughter, hoping that Tiffany had a rack like her mom, said her legs were already like her mom's. The stuff he said about his own with Ivanka or whatever, and talking about the fact that what they have in common is sex. What are we talking about? If anybody, unless these people are, and I'm sorry to use the R word because I just can't think of a better, unless these people are retarded, what are we even talking about? They don't care. What they care about is keeping the country white, and that's why they support Trump. Period.
Michael, you're 1,000% correct. I read this morning from a casino employees that Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were good friends. They were seen together often. They were at the casino together often. And one night at 1:30 a.m., they brought 2 women and a 19-year-old onto the casino floor, and they had to tell them that she couldn't be there. They had to go up to Epstein and Trump and tell them that she couldn't be there. She was not of age at 19.
That being Gabriella Sabatini, who he was dating,
I don't care if he was dating her. She's not legal to be on that floor.
She's not legal
And
to be
she's-
with Trump.
Right. She 21 years old is legal, right, for those type of situations.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying what the name is. Well, I'm not making. Yeah.
I know, hon. I know. I'm not talking about this shit is ridiculous. Trent, no one cares about 19. We know you don't care about a 19-year-old being with a goddamn 40-year-old me.
Trenty, go take care of your mommy. Make sure she gets home okay. You don't need to be in here.
I did have a take on Trent too, because I love his mom. Like his mom is amazing. I kept saying in the chat that this is in the same space, but when hearing her talk, to me, Trent is Carlton Banks. He's the personification of Carlton Banks. If you think about the first Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil and how cool they were, and then what Carlton was, that's what Trent is to me. That's what I kind of look at Trent like that. Carlton was low, but he just
Michael, I got something better though. Trent could be your stepson though.
Mike.
Hey,
yo, man.
You guys hurry up and get off a trip.
Yeah, Mike, hold on.
Hey, Trent, hook it up, Trent.
Mike, if you gonna say some shit, you got to be able to back it up, baby. Because there's a big difference. There's a big difference between me and Carlton. I'm not saying that I don't believe a lot of what's being.
It's on.
I'm not saying that I don't believe a lot of. I agree with a lot of what's being said on the stage. I actually agree with you 100%. I'm just saying nobody cares about 19. 19 is a legal age. What they
It's
are.
not legal in a casino.
Anyways.
Is it legal to drink? Is it legal to drink alcohol at
Okay,
19?
thank you. Thanks, April.
I think.
Anyways, April.
Thank you, Trent. Thank you.
Listen. I don't know the fascination, and Trent maybe, and I don't like bringing.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. So nobody cares about 19.
Yes, we do care about 19 when it's an old ass man.
Maybe you got.
Let your daughter, Jada.
Maybe you and Shannon Sharp care about 19.
If I can finish what I was saying, the vast majority of people are going to care about 17 and under, and what may happen is if SWJ, my goodness, WSJ, Wall Street Journal, they have photographic or video evidence of Trump doing something with somebody under the age of 17. It's obviously monumental. I don't think that the Murdochs took this step that they're taking out against Trump without having something very, very, very significant. I think it's going to take photographic evidence for there to be an impeachment, right? So you guys think I'm against you. I'm not. I just know what it takes to implore the masses. To move the masses, you need photograph, you need video.
How do you know?
They're never going to release those photos
Let him
because the men are.
April, let him land so he can take his mother home.
Yeah, my mother is home.
Oh,
yeah, she got dropped off. That's why she said bye.
That's why he's able to text now. He's just riding. He's just riding in the car.
To the door?
Yeah, just drive the doorstep.
No, he peeled off.
Yeah, we live 5 minutes from you. But anyway, we don't live far.
Hey, Judge, please get back on Clubhouse.
But in all sincerity, in order for there to be a case against Trump for impeachment, you're going to need photographic evidence. And I do think that there is something significant, like I've told you folks. I said Ghislaine Maxwell is going to get a pardon, but there is something significant that is going to drop in the next probably 3 or 4 days from the Wall Street Journal that will turn this on its head. I don't know what that is, but if it's not photographic or video evidence, then I don't know that it changes the narrative enough for an impeachment. Though I'll agree with many of you. Ghislaine Maxwell getting a pardon in the next 3 months, in the next 90 days, is not going to sit well with even the MAGA base. It's going to be seen right through. So we'll see what happens.
Why do we?
Okay, I have breaking news.
Okay, hold on. I want to see if I can get audio instead of me reading it. Okay, so Donald Trump, I'm trying to see if they got him saying it on audio. They should have it. Okay. I'm looking at see if I can find audio on it. All right. Anyway, so I can't find the audio on it, but let me just do the breaking news, and I'll try to look for the audio a little bit later because we got tons of things, evidence, what we call evidence in here. Trump drops Epstein. This is from I'm on Fox News, and of course they're gonna publish this. But as of 12:53 Eastern Standard Time, Trump drops Epstein leaked names that media ought to be speaking about amid Files firestorm. And the article goes on to say President Donald Trump said that those asking about the late financier Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking case should direct their attention to former President Bill Clinton and former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers. Trump's remark came a day after U.S. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche met with Gasoline in Florida amid heightened scrutiny about the case after Trump's administration announced it would not unseal investigative material concerning Epstein. Quote, you ought to be speaking about Larry Summers. You ought to be speaking about some of his friends that are hedge fund guys, Trump told reporters Friday while departing for Scotland. They're all over the place. You ought to be speaking about Bill Clinton. Yep. Trump then accused Clinton, listen to this, we got to talk about the hedge fund guys because you guys talked to me off a cliff yesterday about the hedge fund people. Y'all know who you are. Trump then accused Clinton of visiting Epstein's private island the financier used as a home base for his sex trafficking operations. Trump said, I never visited the island before. Meanwhile, quote, Clinton has also said he has never visited the island either. In his new memoir, Citizens, released 2024, Clinton said he'd never gone to the island and that he wished he'd never met Epstein in the first place. Spokespersons Summers and Clinton did not immediately respond to the request for comment. Summers previously served as Treasury Secretary for Clinton, as well as the Director of National Economic Council for former President Barack Obama. And let the games begin.
Yes, that's exactly true. And just real loud, I'm going to land right here. Larry Summers and the funds will end up being the story. And this is why there are a lot of people on the conservative right that will be implicated in this. Because that is who your hedge funds managers are, which is why they don't want this 100 names. He gave 100 names of people that will be, whatever she says, this is what I want you guys to know. It doesn't matter what happens thereafter. Whatever she says in front of Congress and these 100 names that are released is going to be the gospel for 60 to 70% of the United States. I recognize that what she says will leave out Trump, but what she says will end up being the gospel truth, and then you have to figure out how do you combat that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that if they're gonna, and he said they haven't decided yet. They're trying to decide whether they're gonna go to Congress or if she's gonna plead the fifth.
Who Levon?
Ghislaine, her attorney. He said they.
Oh, well, that's because her pardon hasn't been secured yet. When her pardon is, when she gets that guarantee, that's a wrap.
Yeah, because if she goes up there and her stuff doesn't make sense, they can get her for perjury.
You can't get her for perjury. Levon, I've already talked to someone about this.
I find it funny how the Trumpers are out here ahead of this trying to make it nothing.
She can't be called perjury.
You missed it. We had a room full of Trumpers never.
Listen, they make me tired with this shit.
Trent, hey, your turn.
April, it was so bad Patty left.
Oh,
It
I
was
would have left with her. I would have left with her because I'm sick and tired of hearing this apologist bullshit. And this is how it's going to be viewed, and this is what's going to happen, and blah blah. Like it's fucking nothing. Like this woman didn't go and take young girls off the goddamn street and deliver them to monsters. And it's like, yeah, it'll be like that. This is sick. This is the sickest shit I have heard in a long goddamn time.
And if she get a pardon, that'll be obvious. If she gets a pardon, it's gonna be obvious.
Not for MAGA, it won't be obvious.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, to MAGA, no. I mean, you guys accept a bunch of crap that no other party will accept. I mean, come on, dude. You know, I'm not gonna say you, but the party accepts. Touching of young women.
That's what they.
It's
He's done, and the Republicans are done.
That's what
They're
I
not
think
going to
so too.
survive that. If he pardons her, he's going to pardon her on his last day. And Trent, what you're saying about the perjury, they can get her on perjury if she perjures herself.
You won't know that she's perjuring herself because you've got still testimony that's in the house that's under.
I'm talking about if she testifies before Congress.
They want to bring her before.
Right. And if she lies, that's perjury.
She lied.
What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
You won't know that she lied because she's going to say things that are in line with what the DOJ has already authorized her to say.
Correct. Correct.
She's going to be no way.
Hold on.
Yeah, so again, the recognition, the lie that is told, right?
Mm-hmm.
You won't know that there's a lie told sometime in 2029 if there is a Democrat.
Hold on,
April, just let me answer.
I'm trying to get him to hush, Dr.
Stop, Trent. I want to stop you right there. No, that's not true because there are existing documents in the record that her testimony can be measured.
Yeah, again,
so it's not just the seat. Don't talk while I'm talking because you can't hear me. Stop talking. Some of them are open already.
I get it.
Right? How do you think that they got a hold of this birthday book? Stop fucking talking so you can hear.
Ma'am, I'm understanding.
How do you think they got a hold of this birthday book?
Ma'am, I
because the birthday book is part of the seized evidence from the previous case. So there is existing material against which they can measure what she testifies.
Ma'am, but what you have
we
to
got on
recognize.
stage. We got Neil on stage. Oh, wow.
But what happened is Epstein took the fifth through most of the testimony.
That's fine.
Can I be next, Dr. Trent?
That's fine.
So these names. So listen, just hang on. These names that she has given, she has already paid. She has already provided names.
Trent, you're stuck on something that I'm not talking about. The names are not the only details that they can ask her about. They can ask her about dates and times and places. They can ask her about other things for which there is documented evidence.
You're under the influence that the DOJ is a independent form.
I'm not talking about the DOJ.
Okay, then how else do you get this said evidence, right? If Ghislaine
the same way the Wall Street Journal got it, the Congress can subpoena. What is going on?
Man, and that's why I said if the Murdochs have something that is concrete that's going to implicate Trump, that's the only thing that you can hang on. But if Ghislaine Maxwell goes in front of Congress, and I do believe she will go in front of Congress, and says that Larry Summers and Bill Richardson and Bill Clinton,
she's not going to say that though.
Okay, she's already given 100 names, ma'am. Who do you think was on that list?
You don't know that she's given 100 names. You've only been told that she's given 100 names.
Ma'am,
you don't know that.
Okay. Sure, she hasn't. I mean, like it's.
We don't know that. We just know what.
Did the lawyer say that?
I know
what the lawyer said.
said that. The lawyer
Blaine
said
started
correct.
that, you know,
We don't know that.
yeah, I know that you don't know that. This reminds me of like, anyway, like,
Just
look, they've
windmilling
already
for
come out
Trump right and left. It's wild.
I'm just saying, Trent.
I'm not-
I'm just saying, and this goes back to what somebody else said before, right? Because maybe I'm thinking of this too legalistically and not politically. But to my mind, her lawyer saying something is not evidence of the thing.
It was Trump's
Right.
lawyer.
It wasn't even
Or
her
Trump's
lawyer.
lawyer.
It was
Or
Blaine.
even the deputy AG saying something, it's not evidence of the thing.
Okay, that's what's, see, I
So
understand.
that's where we're gonna just
All
disagree.
due respect. Yeah, I understand that
So I'll
in your
yield.
mind, that don't think that the deputy AG has any standing in this case. But
That's
what
not
I'm
what
trying
I
to-
don't think. I don't think that he's honest.
I don't think he's honest either, but that's the problem. 60 to 70% of the United States is going to take the word of the deputy AG and these names that are named, and they're going to be
Well,
huge
when
names.
we
that are gonna
get
be
the
named.
names, we will see what the 60 to
Yeah,
70%
we'll see.
say when we get the names.
It's gonna
Because
be.
we
it's
don't
gonna-
have the names.
I'll just give you an idea. It'll be everybody except Trump.
Okay, we'll see.
G,
I mean,
the thing he's not counting on, the thing that he's not counting on is that if she lies about certain situations and things that happened, there are people who were assaulted and essayed in these pictures who are now adults. And they could come in and say, hey, she's lying about this. This is what really happened.
They've all been paid off by JP Morgan.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I am so tired of this. This is so fucking...
I'm trying to
how
tell
do you
what
know
has
all this
happened
shit?
because you don't know.
And I need...
They've
No, I
been
don't
paid
know.
off.
So you need to provide me some documentation.
You guys should have asked his mom that. Why does he think he's always right? Why does he have experience in all fields?
Because
Like, you guys could have asked those questions.
Because she said he is a clown. You heard her.
Because you can look this up and find out
You
that
can look it up and give it to me
JP
then,
Morgan
since you
Chase
know
made
it.
I think you fell on your head when you was a baby.
Ma'am, JP Morgan Chase made a $290 million settlement with the victims. Okay, this is easily for you to freaking Google, right?
Why
did he do that?
They know all the victims.
What
They
does
know
that
all
have
of
to
the
do with
victims.
what we talking about?
All of them. They found every last victim. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, hello?
April, okay, hold on, April. Can you go ahead so I can get Neil in?
I'm
please?
done.
Thank you.
I'm done because there's no way they found every last victim.
Okay.
and paid them off.
Unfortunately, yes, Leo.
All right, so first of all, let me start off by saying, I wouldn't say Trump ain't a pedophile, but Obama definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
Those emails weren't real. Those were FBI records that they got on Obama and Hillary. They really got it from Hillary's records. I don't know if y'all remember that case that Hillary had where they were going through her emails and shit. Those were real. Obama was ordering little boys. If y'all need me, now I can post the link to the FBI records.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be
Who cares? Obama is not president, you crazy fuckers. Who cares? Who cares?
I don't hear none of that.
But who cares? Obama is a private citizen.
Bill.
When y'all side got dirt up on them too,
He's not president, you fool.
Okay, have you,
What?
wait, you know what? Have you landed, what's your name, Neil? Have you landed?
He landed out the door. He landed out the door.
He's not here anymore.
He must have swiped out.
Okay.
His phone was barely
Can I just say
working to
something about
begin
what Trick was
with.
saying about JP Morgan? Because he got the facts
Okay.
half right. Can I just say something about
Horrible night. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, so Trent was half right about JP Morgan Chase and their settlement. Let me tell you the
Start
rest
bringing people from the stage, please. Thank you. Go ahead, sir, ma'am.
the rest of the story is that it was not for the payoff of for the victims. It
it was because they allowed for the money transactions to be done from his bank, where he banked with J.P. Morgan, and they settled because the argument was that the settlement that they should have been able to catch the large transfer of money from his bank account. That's why they settled. It was not like a payoff like the silent people. And if you read the documents and the articles, you will see what the facts are. So he was half right.
Yeah,
You're right. But
as the article stated the part of the article stated that put up is that therefore, while a large number of victims have been compensated through J.P. Morgan Chase settlement, it's not possible to definitively state that all victims have been paid off.
It was just the ones who had been in the lawsuit that filed against
100%.
It was not all of them.
Yes, your mama, you're 100% correct. But part of the reason
But that's not what you said. But that's not what you said.
Okay, listen. When you are paid money from a corporation or any entity, you are given a reminder.
Can you not do that, please? Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah. When you're paid from a corporation, right, or anything, same thing with Shannon Sharp. You sign a non-disclosure agreement. Okay, that's part of what the payoff is for. They don't just give you money and say, "Oh."
And how do you know it?
Yeah, but the non-disclosure, though, sir, would not be about the underlying facts of the case. It will be about the fact that they settled for a particular amount related to the transactions made through J.P. Morgan Chase.
And then, while I completely agree with you on some things. Typically, when people receive money and they don't want to jeopardize it, and in this case, they will be jeopardizing it because of the people that they will be going against, right? In order to speak out.
Who? They going against Jamie Dimon? Is that what you're saying, sir? I'm sorry. I'm really trying to understand, but you really don't know who you're talking to right now, and I actually understand this case a lot more intimately than you might understand. So who they going after? Who are they going after? Jamie Dimon? Are they going after him? Are they going after the CEO of actually Chase Bank? Who are they going after? Name them.
Jamie Dimon is the CEO of Chase Bank.
So let me be clear, Trent, and you can look this up. Jamie Dimon is the CEO of J.P. Morgan Chase. The retail bank is Chase. That has a CEO too. Do you know her name is Marianne? Did you know that? Did you know that it used to be a black woman named Tashar Jones? Did you know that?
Let's back up for a second, Trent. We would not know this information if there was a non-disclosure agreement. And specifically in this case, there wasn't, which is why CNBC, Financial Times, you name it, is reporting on the facts given from the case. Because it's not grand jury testimony. It's not sealed by a judge. It's not sealed by a court. Which is why we know about the exact amount of the settlement and the number of trafficked women, right, who are getting compensated. Right, it's not all of them. It's a select number, as Yo said. If the case was grand jury, we wouldn't know any of this. If there was a non-disclosure agreement, people wouldn't be able to talk to the media. Go ahead.
So this is the irony is, he said, Chase, the irony of Trent is foolishness, is that he said the CEO of Chase was Jamie Dimon. But when you Google, and the fact is that Chase, the retail bank, the place where you go in and you actually go to a teller and you ask them for money, the CEO of that is named Mary Ann Lake. Mary Ann Lake and Jen Pizak. But you don't know that, though, but you know everything else.
Okay, so it's fine. The problem is, Eagle, with what you're looking at is...
these women are giving Trent an ass whooping. God damn, Trent, pick your ass up off the
Here's the reality of the situation.
He's in here trying to cover Trump, that's all.
Let me tell you something. If I I were Trent Cannon, I would cash my Donald Trump check right now and sit down somewhere, because his ass be just pulling shit out of his ass left and right.
Here's the reality of the situation. Trump is not running again. So you've got a 2-year window.
He is running again, Trent. What are you talking about? We don't have to vote no more. Don't you listen to Steve Bannon? He has told us in the summer of this year they're going to tell us about our plan. We don't have to vote no more. Go listen to your leader, Steve Bannon.
Okay, that's fine. He's running for a 3rd term. Here's the reality. You've got a 2-year window basically in which you can bring a second claim. All I'm saying from a public perspective, if Ghislaine Maxwell, which I do believe, I think it was Dr. Goddard or whoever said, I do believe they're going to put her before Congress because you're going to get the most visibility that way.
That lady is in jail. What are they going to do? Grant her access to the outside? She has a 20-year sentence. You know what she's trying to do? Trent, just listen to me 1 second. Just listen. Okay. Calm down. Go on mute for just 1 second and let me listen to me. Listen to your mama, okay? Because you literally don't listen to nobody else. Listen to your mama. You think that lady wants to jeopardize her ability to see freedom? She is actually petitioning right now to have a new trial because she said she was treated unfairly. Do you think she would jeopardize all of that for Donald John Trump? Do you really?
Yeah,
Follow your leader, boy. Follow your leader.
Yeah, boy. Okay, I get it. You sound very intelligent. But I'm just trying to, again, just trying to get...
You're trying to come after me to say I'm not intelligent because of my accent. Let me tell you something, brother. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know the information that I have. And every time you come on these stages, you sound a fucking mess. And you are a disgrace. You don't know nothing. I wish I could call one of your supervisors and tell them how you are sounding on this app because you don't read and you sure can't write.
Man.
So they don't know about your mama. Trent is obviously. Trent, you should fall back now.
What you know about me? What you know about me? My little sick be property.
Already.
Again, all I'm trying to say, look, and I'm trying to be very even-keeled on this, is if I believe that they will call Ghislaine Maxwell before Congress, right? And because Trump's going to want maximum exposure. This is straight out of Roy Cohn's playbook, by the way. This is McCarthyism. If Mike's on stage, this is McCarthyism.
Are you leaving soon?
Yeah, I am. But this is the reason why you got to know, because you can look at Roy Cohn, right, and what McCarthy did during the McCarthyism era.
Are you taking us back to the Cold War, boy?
Yes,
what is going on?
Yeah, yes, I am, because
for what? Let's stay in 2025, can we?
Yeah, okay. Roy Cohn is partially one of the people who trained me.
Why are you saying shit that we already know?
Trent is great.
I have when Trent is done, when Trent lands, I have the clip of Trump actually talking about Clinton being on the island 28 times.
Yeah, he wastes stage time. He wastes stage time and takes some other people to be able to speak, to repeat shit we already know and done heard him say 3,000 times.
And repeat lies.
I'm not. I don't think he's a
bro. That is really.
What I think will happen is they will call Ghislaine Maxwell before Congress for maximum exposure, and she will say name. And
she's gonna rip off her mask and be Roy Cohn.
No,
I have one more question. I have one more question.
Dr.
Thank you, Angela Lansbury.
Can I ask one more question?
One more question.
Yeah, I just have one more question and I'm done speaking. But Mr. Cannon, you just said that she's going to be hauled in front of Congress. Which committee might call her, and who is the chair of that committee? Because the last time that I checked, in both the House and the Senate, controlled by Republicans, you know, the grand old party, who might call Miss Maxwell to Congress? And which committee might she go in front of?
Okay, it'll be the House Oversight Committee. Yes, it is run by Republicans. this is why you have Todd Blanche going to the prison.
Who is the chair of the House Oversight Committee? Let's not skip. Let's get this straight. So it goes in front of the House Oversight Committee. Who might be the chairman or chairwoman? Thank you.
It's a male. I can't remember who it is.
No, don't come in here. No. We're not going to come in here and just start saying stuff and thinking we could just say anything and not source up. You're going to have to source up, sir.
Not up in here.
Source up.
Yeah, I don't know who the chair of the House
Source up.
is. I don't have time to look it up.
Yeah.
What they'll call her before Congress, and the reason why you go to the prison to get her cooperation is so that you know what she's going to say and what name she's going to drop before you place her before the House committee. That is why they gave her qualified immunity. I've been saying this for like a week now.
Sir, the next time you come before this committee, would you please have your homework done before you waste all these good people's time like this? Hey, can we move on to the next witness?
Just all good. I'm gonna land right here. So look, I'm not telling you that I want this to happen. This is what I believe that they're setting up for, and this is how you have to be ready to be.
We're gonna be ready now that you.
Okay, Trent. See ya.
Shit, go get that Johnny Walker.
Okay, so anybody want to jump in before I play this clip? Anybody have anything relevant to say before I play the clip? This clip is Donald Trump talking about people need to be looking someplace else and not at him. Like, for example, Bill Clinton and in reference to Jeffrey Epstein. And also, they need to be looking at this summer guy who was on Obama's, where was he? Oh, this guy from. So it is former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers and Bill Clinton. So you can hear him say it out of his mouth. And I haven't heard this clip, so it's not that. Whoa, is it only 30 seconds? Okay, hold on a second. Let me see the other one.
That's all we need is 30 seconds, I promise you. Oh my God. At least
baby, you need to hear the whole thing so you know what exactly is going on at 30 seconds. What are you, microwaves? Popcorn? We got this. All right, here we go. This was on 30 seconds. Oh, it's not going to queue up? Hold on.
Focus on how well the country's doing, or they should focus on the fact that Barack Hussein Obama led a coup, or they should focus on the fact that.
Whoops, damn it. Hold on, y'all. My computer just.
Obama let it go. It's crazy.
Hold on for a minute. Okay, hold on. I don't know what just happened. Okay, here we go. Let me cue it up again and bypass the commercial.
The country's doing, or they should focus on the fact that Barack Hussein Obama led a coup, or they should focus on the fact that Larry Summers from Harvard, that Bill Clinton, who you know very well, and lots of other friends, really close friends of Jeffrey Summers, should be spoken about, because, you know, Jeffrey Epstein should be spoken about, and they should speak about them, because they don't talk about them. They talk about me. I have nothing to do with the guy.
Are you considering please do anything? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to meet with the Prime Minister right now. We're going to be over there in about 6 hours. We're meeting with the Prime Minister tonight. We're going to be talking about the trade deal that we made and maybe even improve it.
Are you considering